Hello, Taylor Elwood, your business wizard for eccentric entrepreneurs at ImagineYourReality.com. Well, as you can tell, this video is coming a day later than it normally does, and there's some good reasons for that. This was a hellacious week for me. Um, the title of this video is, how do you run your business when a loved one is sick? Well, guess what? My wife was sick this week. She had pneumonia, she had bronchitis, she had sinusitis. It was crazy. And as a result, I needed to change my schedule around. I needed to get my daughter to school, and then I had to pick her up from school each day. Um, and then my son the one day, well, I guess stepdaughter, stepson, you get the idea though, but I had to take care of my wife. I had to take her to a doctor's appointment to check in on where things were. I had to do other things. My sleep schedule got thrown off because I normally don't get up until like say 9 or 10 in the morning because that's my preference. And I had to get up early to take my daughter to school, and then I'd come back, get some more sleep, and then get up at like 11. And when you have sleep that's interrupted, your sleep schedule just, yeah. So why am I sharing this with you? Well, because naturally when something like this occurs, your life gets turned upside down. I wasn't meditating this week, I wasn't swimming, and I wasn't really focused on business. I took care of my clients, and I checked email, but I didn't do a lot else. And the reason for that was because I had to my priorities had to shift. I had to take care of my family. So what do you do how do you run your business when a loved one is sick? Well, it depends on your business to some degree, but it also depends on you and if whether or not you have people there. If you have employees, then you can farm out that work to those employees and say, look, for this week or these days, I need you to take care of X because I've got to focus on my family. But if you're like me and you're a solopreneur, it's just you, yourself, and you. um, as opposed to me, myself, and I, right? Yeah, but you get the idea. If it's just you, then you've got a real challenge there because it's just you. You don't have anyone you can farm the work out to. What I found in this particular case is that what I needed to do was just figure out what was the highest priority for my work. And in that case, it was, okay, I need to take care of my clients. I don't want to cancel client meetings, so I'm not going to do that. Um, and it was, okay, I'm going to check email and do a couple of basic social media things to show people that I'm here, but I'm not going to focus on participating in groups. I'm not going to do other stuff because my focus needs to be taking care of my wife and my kids. My focus needs to be on taking care of my loved ones and making sure that they get through this particular situation. So as a business owner, you really need to think about those kinds of things. Like, do you have some type of plan in place? Like, how are you going to respond to a situation where someone you love is sick? And here's the interesting thing. I mean, you need to think of it not just in terms of like a week. You need to think of it in terms of long term. Because sometimes your loved one will be sick, and it'll be something like cancer, or it'll be something else. And that sucks, but at the same time, life goes on. And your business needs to go on. You still need to be doing something with your business. My short-term solution was to focus on just getting the client work done and taking care of the bare medium I need, the bare bones of the business. Take care of the email, do a little bit of social media marketing and whatnot. But other than that, not really stress about it. And that worked for this week. If it went further than that, I would have to figure out, okay, well, what am I going to work on and when am I going to work on it? Because my schedule is really topsy-turvy at this point. How am I going to figure this out? And it would have been a real challenge for me in some ways because I would have had to have looked at it in terms of, again, figuring out what's the highest priority. What are the high priority items that I need to be focused on? What can I manage? What can I manage to do in a way that helps my business but at the same time preserves my sanity because I'm already emotionally and mentally on the edge because my loved one's sick? These are really important things to think about. So if you don't have a plan for your business when it comes to when your loved one is sick, I would suggest that you consider putting one together. It doesn't have to be a complex plan. It really has to be more or less an action plan. Like, okay, if someone in my family was to get sick and it was to affect my ability to run my business, what would I do to make sure that I could still maintain my business and, run it as best as I could, and at the same time be able to be present and taking care of my partner, or, son or daughter, or father, mother. You get the idea. If you don't have that kind of plan prepared, now's a good time to do it, because quite frankly, you don't want to be in a situation where you're having to figure this out in a manner where you're not prepared for it. I was prepared for it because it's just one of those things I think about. I'm a planner. I like to plan things out. I like to anticipate possible scenarios. And if that's something that you're interested in, I'm always happy to do a free discovery session with you. You can go to imagineyourreality.com to get to hook into that. But anyway, make sure you have a plan. So what I'd love to hear from you today in the comments below is do you have a plan for when your loved ones are sick, for how you'll run your business? And if so, what is it? And what are your best tips or ideas for that? And if you haven't subscribed yet to the Imagine Your Reality video channel here, go ahead and do that. Click on the little dragon over there. And thanks so much for watching. Sorry this came out a day late, but hey, priorities. Family comes first. All right, have a good weekend, folks.